stage production, stage reading of Shadow of Doubt. Please, as a courtesy, turn off all cell phones and recording devices. There's no photos or recording during the show. In case of emergency, there is an emergency exit right out the back of the theater and right next to you over here. We're going to have a brief 10-minute intermission between acts. There's wine, there's snacks, and we would love if you would go ahead and give us your email addresses so we can send you a brief survey so we can continue improving on the show. And enjoy it.
Wake up! I just had a meeting with Richard Link. He's going to produce your next picture. We have the money! Now you got to get to work and start the screenplay. You've been out of circulation for too long.
Wolf, do you know what time it is?
Finally! Finally! Somebody wants to hire you!
I'm not going to work on something I don't like. I don't sell myself out to just anyone.
You sold yourself out already a few times. You're not in any position to be choosy.
You know, Wolf, the only thing you care about is yourself.
It's going to be a great project. I spoke with Evelyn, and she'll contact you. I'm sure you remember her.
Evelyn? How can I forget?
She wants to work with you again. You haven't done a decent picture in the last 10 years. All this bullshit nobody wants.
Of course. Your brilliant clients always succeed because they've done the same picture over and over again. I, on the other hand, have more creativity than all of them put together.
You would if you'd only start trying to listen to me.
You know, Wolf, one day I will surprise you. I haven't lost my fucking talent or my ability to get a big office job.
All you have to do is follow the book. Link loves the book. He hasn't backed a mess like you in a long time. You know he has this big ego.
Yeah, well, they all do.
Don't blow it like you did last time.
I'm not gonna blow anything. I'm gonna pay Evelyn for her time. I'm sure she could use the money.
Don't worry about her. Focus on you. Link usually cuts people like you before the production begins.
Not this time. You know, I really want to get started on this.
That's good. I'm seeing changes in you already. Only adjust your attitude. It's going to be just fine. Trust me. I've got to leave. I've got another meeting. Don't ruin it and stop drinking.
Just a minute. Hold on. I'm coming. Evelyn.
Good evening, Nick. How are you? It's been a while since I've seen you.
Didn't expect you to come after the last time.
What do you mean, the last time? I was so pleased Wolf asked me to come here. I wasn't sure if I wanted to see you again.
The last time I saw you, I was kind of embarrassed. Don't you remember?
I don't want to remember. You directed the last picture that I did. That lousy producer never paid me.
Sweetheart, this time they will.
You bet. I'm smarter now. So, how come you've ignored me all this time?
Honey, I haven't ignored you. It's just hard for me to keep tabs on all the girls in my life, you know. There have been so many.
Oh, really? Wolf thinks it's going to do great things for you. If you don't start writing, he's going to give up on you.
You know, I hope this will be the one that will do it for both of us.
It smells like you've been drinking again.
proper statement is, how much have I been drinking?
He's trying to help you with this picture. This is an amazing opportunity. Link's optioned this book, and we've got it before publication. It could be a real blockbuster.
Oh, really?
Hmm?
Is there a part for you? You really think this is gonna be a good picture? How would you even know what a good picture is? I haven't seen you act in anything decent since I can remember.
Oh, thank you for remembering me that way. Most of my films were directed by you. Did you forget that?
It's a big book. Lots of reading.
Well, you can handle it. You're a fast man. It's a good joke, huh? Anyway, it's a thriller filled with love and deception.
So what are you working on now?
Well, I've been waiting for the right part. I need someone who believes in my potential.
How many pictures have you done? Let's work together.
And a few. You see, I'm at my best with murder and intrigue. I'm really good at what I do. So what can I do for you?
Well, actually, I hope I can do a lot for you. You know how good I am at what I do.
Believe me, I know that.
It'll save you lots of trouble if you just tell me the story.
I know what happens when other women have read to you.
You trying to knock out on me?
I just don't want it to end up like last time.
Look, since then, I've learned how to read by myself, okay? Just tell me the plot to save time. I promise this time it's gonna be all business.
If I stay, what's in it for me? I won't be used like the others. I know about the last actress you worked with.
I just told you I moved on.
You have quite a reputation for what happens when women read to you.
Ah, I just can't forget what I saw you do last picture. It's like, I never expected you to get so involved.
Yeah, you saw me on my back, okay? I get it. You know what? I'm done. Just keep the damn book.
Fine.
You pissed me off!
Get out! I'll do it without you.
You messed up again. She called me pissed off. What did you say to her?
Hey, I didn't know she was such a touchy lady.
There's a lot you don't know. She's very close to Link. Call her to apologize for what you said to her.
Are you kidding? I'm not calling her Wolf. She's just an actress, okay?
You need to call her or we won't have the movie. Yes, she is just an actress, a smart one.
Okay. I know that.
What's the matter with you? When are you going to change your mood swings? If you're not going to change your attitude, you're going to stay where you are for a long time.
Look, you're the one that wants her to be in the picture, right? Last time, she couldn't even remember her lines.
She's very good for the business. She knows where the money is. She knows the right people.
Oh, so she's buying her way into the business.
Are you sure you want to stay in this business? Why even bother? Jesus. Everybody knows what you're worth today. You're a has-been.
Wolf, I need work.
I hope you didn't have sex with her.
Oh, you know what? I'm sick and tired of people telling me what to do. I'm sick of it.
I knew you were going to come to your senses. I'm going to go downstairs to get a newspaper. You better call her while I'm gone. And you better apologize.
Don't worry, I'll call her. Just go get me some coffee, okay?
It's time for you to wake up. It's not going to happen unless you make it happen.
Yeah, well, you just wait and see, Wolf. Evelyn, I'm sorry for the way I talked to you again. I hope you will accept my apology. Thank you. Can I see you? I'm really sorry. You know, I wasn't sure I'd ever see you again.
Well, you're lucky I'm here. Now let's get to work. It wasn't easy for me to get here.
Thank you for forgiving me. Later, I'll drive you home.
No, I'll take the subway. I only have a little bit of time for you. I've got a date.
So break it.
I've been down this road before.
Look, you're a beautiful woman. Who could resist you?
I told you, I've got a date.
If you want this party, you should stay here.
I brought the book for you.
Yeah, I know that. Forget about the book. Let's just talk about...
Don't! I know your technique.
See, Evelyn, we can help each other.
Is this what you had in mind?
We can accomplish big things together.
I'm sure.
Just make yourself comfortable.
What do you mean comfortable? Nick, get real. I'm here because Wolf asked me. The past is past. If that was just a pretense to use
Look,
me
if
again,
you want to
then...
help me, tell me about the book.
Not unless you change. Look at you. You're a mess.
I just want to be comfortable, Evelyn.
Well, this doesn't make me comfortable.
Fine. Tell me about the book.
Well, it's about this woman, Mrs. Jacqueline Rockwell. She is very, very rich. She has an apartment on Park Avenue. She owns a mansion on Long Island. But she's also a businesswoman. Strictly business.
You know, I'm sure she's had many men in her life. And you look like you know what you're doing. I'm sure you'd be good for the league.
All my life, I've wanted to be like Jacqueline. Money, men, a penthouse woman, and the freedom to do whatever I please.
So, in the book, did Jacqueline kill her husband?
No, it was strange how he died. You see, her husband caught her and her lover in bed. He'd been in the doorway just watching them. He was almost cold with his expression.
So did she kill him?
Just a minute. Let me explain. She's in the bed with this guy, Scott. She tells him to leave quickly because, you see, she's worried about her husband's temper.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Jacqueline and Scott are always together. He really wants to marry her, but she's already married. She certainly doesn't want to give up her lifestyle.
Evelyn, do you really believe a story like this could happen?
The husband decides to kill them both. Jacqueline runs to the bedroom door. The husband pushes her down on the bed. Scott runs out of the room. She tries everything to stop him from killing her. She pushes her husband away and starts to scream, "Help! Help!
Hey,
Help!
stop yelling! I have neighbors. It's almost midnight. They'll think something is going on in here. Quiet down.
Her husband won't stop beating her. Jacqueline goes on screaming, "Help! Help!" And she realizes he's really going to kill her. She reaches her hand behind the pillow to get the gun. They wrestle for the gun, but she shoots 3 times. Bang! 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 And then there's Scott, standing in the doorway with a gun in his hand.
So who killed him?
What's so great about this is that no one knows for sure. She's afraid there's going to be an investigation and it'll all be in the newspapers.
Dysfunctional people. You know, I know a lot of them.
Everyone's dysfunctional. What did I tell you? What time is it?
What's the title again?
Shadow of Doubt.
It's 11:30.
Oh, it's late. I have to go.
No, you don't.
Sam's waiting for me. I'm already late.
Sam. Who's Sam? Sam in love with you?
I guess so. Sam is nice and stable. The easygoing type. Very helpful and doesn't ask questions. Lives with his mother and has a good job.
So, in other words, you don't love him.
Nick, it's none of your business.
All right. Thank you for coming. Let me give you some money for a cab.
Nick, this could be a new beginning for both of us. Let's focus on our craft, let's get some sleep, and start fresh tomorrow. I know we're going to make it this time.
All right. Good night, Evelyn. Thanks for stopping by. No, you know what? I don't feel like it. You just can't come here whenever you want and... All right. I'll be waiting.
Here's your coffee. Just don't complain.
Took you one day to bring me my coffee, Wolf? I just got a call from the police department. Something terrible has happened. Found a body in the park. They said the body was Evelyn Dickinson's. I
What?
have no idea why they called me.
Evelyn's dead? Oh my God. Oh, jeez. Oh. I hope you didn't blow it this time. I know about your anger issues. If you're lying about this, you could be in real trouble.
That was quick.
Mr. Foreman, things aren't looking good for you.
What does that mean?
Detective Andrews is on his way over, and I really need to speak to Mr. Foreman alone before he gets here.
I'm leaving.
Have you been drinking?
Oh, I'm trying to quit. Am I in trouble for that, or is it something else?
Things don't look right for you. It's about this Evelyn Dickinson. Just tell me you didn't do it again.
Do it again? Do what? What does that have to do with me?
She was here with you in your apartment last night. I should be here when Detective Andrews shows up.
Good morning. Have you asked me any questions?
I was waiting for you to come, sir.
I'm Detective Andrew. We're here to investigate the murder of Evelyn Dickinson. We came to see if she was with you last night.
Look, I didn't do anything, okay?
Her boyfriend said that she was with you. They had a date, but she never showed up. Wouldn't you say that it was rather suspicious to have an actress come see you late at night? You know, you have a history. 2 of your former actresses have filed sexual harassment suits against you.
Really? I can't believe you're already investigating me.
Just doing our job.
So what was this woman doing in your apartment last night?
Wolf sent her over here to give me the book. She read the book, and I haven't. Okay? We have a producer to back the picture, and Evelyn wanted to be in it, so she was doing her job.
If you only wanted her to tell you a story, why was she here so late? Did she stay here and read? Or something else? Sir, tell us in your own words what happened.
You know what? That's none of your business, okay? The only reason she came over here is that I work from home, and my agent sent her over here, okay? If you suspect me, why don't you just read me my rights or get out?
Sir! Take it easy. There's no need for that. You're not even a suspect yet.
Well, she was pushing to get the job.
You don't like actresses? Mind telling me what really happened here last night?
Of course. As I told you, my agent sent her over here to give me the book to read. By the way, I did get her money for a taxi. She didn't want me to drive her home.
Mr. Foreman, we're just trying to get the facts. Perhaps you might be able to help us.
In her purse, there was more money than she needed. Did you pay her for more than just a reading?
I paid her for her services. I mean, she gave me a valuable service.
Yes, actually, before you left, did you?
You know what? That's none of your business.
Well, you're a gentleman, yeah, so you drove her home?
I didn't say I was a gentleman. I was tired, I had too much to drink, and you wouldn't want me to drink and drive, would you? So I gave her some money for a taxi.
You know, she was found in Central Park, murdered, strangled, and dumped from a moving vehicle. What do you guys say about that?
She must have had a rough night.
Yeah.
Just for the record, she had a date after she left here, okay?
I think you're more involved than you admit. They found bruising on her neck. It looks like the killer used his elbow instead of his hand.
Yeah, are you sure that you spent the rest of the night at home? Did anybody drop by? Did anybody call?
Oh, wait, no, nobody was here after she left. Only Wolf has been here since.
Who's Wolf?
Wolf is my agent. He sent her to me.
Yeah, we've spent enough time here. I'm sure we'll be in contact again, Mr. Foreman.
Well, since you let yourself in, you can let yourself out.
Looks like he's a real piece of work.
There's another witness we need to speak to that saw him here last night.
Who is he?
Superintendent told me about a woman that lives across the courtyard. Said her name is Catherine Corvell.
Uh-huh.
You must be Miss Corvell. Thank you for coming on such short notice.
Yes, I am. Hello, gentlemen.
Do you know Mr. Foreman?
No, I've never been introduced.
You know he lives here. Have you ever seen him before?
Yes, a few times.
Where?
Across the courtyard.
You know who he is?
When I moved in, the manager was very proud to have a celebrity as a tenant. He pointed him out.
Did you see him last night?
Yes. When I came home, I saw a young woman going into his apartment. The lights were on and the curtains were open.
Yeah, I could have been mistaken. She was murdered last night between midnight and 2 a.m. this morning.
Murdered?
Yeah, strangled. What time did you get home last night?
I was home around 10 o'clock.
Did you see Mr. Foreman after this woman left her apartment, his apartment?
No, I saw them at his door. That was the last time I saw them.
How long did you watch him for?
As long as it takes me to get ready for bed.
Would you please ask Mr. Foreman to come back in here?
Mr. Foreman, can we speak with you a moment, please?
Mr. Foreman, did you see Miss Corvell last night?
Yes, I did. She was standing in her window wearing a negligee. I saw her through my window.
My apartment was stuffy.
When you saw him, what was he doing?
I believe he was looking at me.
Well, considering that you never met Mr. Foreman, you pay quite a bit of attention to him.
Many women do.
Do you usually give so much attention to your neighbors?
No, never before.
Like that.
Was your interest in Mr. Foreman because he's a celebrity?
No, not at all. You know, I'm not celebrity crazy like a lot of the other women around here. I noticed him because he's my type. He reminds me of someone I knew a long time ago.
Your past is not relevant, Ms. Corvell. Now, why are you looking in his window?
I heard screaming. Help, help, help! Or something like that. What people do in the privacy of their own home, it's none of my business. I mean, frankly, sometimes I think it's better not to know.
Now, it looks like we have enough information from you, Ms. Corvell.
May I go now?
Want me to walk you out?
Oh, no, no. I'll walk myself.
I'll be right back. Miss Corvell.
Do attractive women often admire Mr. Foreman?
Yes. Although they're not usually quite as outspoken as Miss Corbell.
This man is a strange one. And I never believed what any of our witnesses say anyway, but you know, he walked her home and he said that they didn't know each other. How long have you known him for?
I just met him a few years ago, that's all.
Well, you know, this investigation is very sensitive, so you can't tell him anything.
Yes, sir. I understand.
Because I feel like he's hiding something.
I don't know what to think. It's hard to tell what Mr. Foreman, is ever thinking, but I don't think he killed Evelyn.
I think we're finished for now. I don't want to see him seeing us talking when he comes back. Let's finish this conversation at the police station.
I knew I should have been with you. I shouldn't have sent Evelyn on her own. I had a hunch something was going to happen, and of course it did. You were in one of those moods that keep me awake all night worrying.
Wolf, there was nothing wrong here, okay?
You're out of your mind. It only took 24 hours to connect your name with hers. You should have heard the 7 o'clock news this evening. It was on all the channels. Actress strangled in Central Park.
You know what? Anyone could have done that.
Somehow it always happens to you. What did you tell the police?
Nothing that could help them, okay? You don't need to worry, Wolf. Just calm
Oh,
down.
come on. Give me a break for once. I'm your agent. For God's sakes.
You know, my neighbor gave me a good alibi.
What are you talking about? Who?
Catherine Corbell. She said she saw me in my apartment last night. Gave me an alibi for the police.
Are you drinking again?
No, I'm not. Here's her picture.
Oh, really? She lives here? You know, I've seen her before. She had her own reality show. Do you think she needs an agent? Of course, she probably wants a part in the picture.
You know, I know a part she'd be good for. She'd be good for the role of Jacqueline. You better call Link. Tell him I know the script and I'm ready to work.
You'll probably call this whole deal off anyway now. You couldn't have put him in a worse position if you stabbed him. There's a dead girl with your name written all over it.
I swear, people watch CSI and they think they can solve a murder in an hour. Anyhow, think about the publicity this would do for the picture.
You thought Evelyn could make it. Link had big plans for her. Tell me, what happened?
What do you think happened?
I just want to know. I need to protect this project.
Protect the project or protect your share? You know I'm in the clear, Wolf. Why would you even suspect me?
Look, Nick. February. Beer brawl on Columbus Circle. Brought to station for questioning. Got off with warning. 1 month later, while working as screenwriter, you had a fist fight with a French producer. Fractured producer's jaw. Fired. No charges were made. Nick, if you had anything to do with this one, I want to know now.
What do you want me to do, Wolf? You want me to confess?
I could get you a lawyer. Next, some woman screams, claims you beat her up. Then she denied having made the charge. You play rough. We all know that. Nice going. Very, very nice.
Is that it, Wolf, or do you have anything else?
I'm worried about you, Nick. Remember, in our business, the only thing that counts is now. Now, you just plain stink.
Come in, it's unlocked. Oh, good to see you again.
Saw you through the window. Hello. Have we met before?
Hello, I'm Martin Wolf, Nick's agent.
Want something to drink? Wine, gin and tonic, whatever, I got it.
Mr. Wolf, do you know anyone who can keep my name out of the papers? I'm auditioning for this new TV series pilot, and I would hate to have any negative publicity.
I don't know if it can keep you out of this situation.
Well, I know somebody. You know, any publicity, good or bad, is just publicity. No one forgets who you are. After all, you are, oh, don't tell me, reality star? Yes? Look, I'll try and find somebody, but I can't promise anything. What was the title of your reality show?
The title wasn't appealing. It was Jealousy Can Kill You. Not a great title, but accurate. You know the one they canceled after the first season? I still have a good base of fans that are supporting me even now.
So, where are they?
Oh, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. You know, if they want to make a donation or something, or like make something happen, they can just go to my personal webpage.
Donation for what?
A woman like me has to take care of herself. I have to find another source of income. Look at me. I'm not a common woman.
You know, I feel a mystique about you. People like you always have it. It's a brave new world for someone like you. I just know it.
Oh, really? You know, I think she'd make a good Jacqueline. So, how did you get started in showbiz?
I had the lead in a high school play 2 years in a row. The producer from a reality show saw me on stage, and you know, he was looking for new faces. He told me I was mesmerizing the audience. I captured their fantasies. There's nothing wrong with that. So, I moved from nowhere, Kansas, here.
Yeah, we all come into this business from many walks of life.
People of your caliber always have a way of being discovered. Time for me to go. Goodbye, Catherine.
It was nice meeting you. Hope to see you again.
Goodbye, Nick. I'll be in touch. I'll see you again.
He seems sincere.
I'm glad you see it that way. You know, you made it easy for me to stay out of a lot of trouble last night.
I only told the police what I saw. I had no idea what was going on in here after the curtains went down.
Yeah, last night I was exhausted. You know, I shouldn't have closed my curtains so soon. It's not fair. You can open my apartment anytime you want.
There's really nothing all that interesting in here.
Want some wine?
Yes.
So is there another man in your life?
I was ready to marry, but he was already married.
How could anybody resist you?
You are too old and experienced to be using a line like that. But I'm glad it's over.
Are you a runner, the get out before you get hurt type?
Aren't you? Well, from what I hear, I mean, from what I hear, you don't even keep them around long enough to leave them.
You know, I saved myself a lot of trouble that way.
I think twice before getting into anything. Or getting out of anything.
You're getting yourself into something right now.
No, I'm not. I only date married men. No commitments. Why do you ask?
Why shouldn't I?
I've already had a few sleepless nights. I have a new perspective on life. But a certain neighbor has been keeping me awake at night.
I cannot forget the first time I saw you. You walked into this apartment and I said to myself, there she is. The one that's different, and I'm glad she's on my side.
Nick, let me add, I also know what I don't want, and I don't want to be rushed.
Well, we should have dinner together sometime.
We'll have dinner, but not together.
When you made up your mind, stop by.
Well, have a nice evening. I'll be in touch.
Wait. You're telling me the meeting with Link went good? Oh, I see he likes the way I'm working. No, I didn't know he had an intimate relationship with Evelyn. No, I'm not gonna blow this chance, okay? You know I quit drinking, Wolf. Yeah, we'll be finished soon. He's gonna love my screenplay. I'm working on it right now. Hey, stop acting like I owe you something, okay? When I asked to borrow money from you, you didn't borrow me any money. You said it was good for me to be broke. All right, I gotta go. Gonna interrogate me again?
I'm gonna ignore that comment. It's good to see you.
So what's the big deal here?
Oh, Julia's on her way over.
You invited Julia? You know, you should have asked me before. This isn't your apartment. I guess it's okay.
Before she gets here, though, I wanted to ask you something. Why do you think the murderer dumped the body 100 feet from where she was murdered?
What difference do you think that would make?
All we know is she was thrown from a moving vehicle. Poor girl. We have no motives, no clues, no suspects, yet.
What about Evelyn's boyfriend, that Sam guy?
Nah, he saw all the pictures. He was pretty upset.
What kind of man is he?
Well, when we interviewed him, he was the polite type. You know? Good job. Lives with his mother. Hasn't had a whole lot of girlfriends.
Does he have a violent past?
No, he's pretty clean cut. Something was off about him, though. Around the eyes. I get it, I remember. He wore mascara. Anyway, his mother said she was with him all night.
Well, you know how these mama's boys are. Did you ever see Psycho?
We all know a few psychos. Hey, how's Catherine? Saw the way you looked at her when she was here.
Yeah, she's not really my type. You know, there are so few women with big personalities.
Yeah, I know that look, though. I remember it from when we were on leave.
She told me she likes married men.
You like women like that.
We had a good time when we served together, didn't we?
Oh, yes, we did.
Hi. Well, traffic was super light. Nick, thank you so much for having us.
Oh, it's my pleasure, Julia.
Hey, you weren't talking about me, were you? No, I know you wouldn't say anything bad about me.
Man, I always knew Eric had good taste.
Well, he talks about you all the time.
Everybody talks too much about me. So, how have you been, Julia?
Well, I just started a stained glass window class. Oh, and I just finished one on origami, and I really hate to admit this, but I follow celebrities in gossip magazines. Oh, Nick, your place has a great vibe.
Oh, really? all celebrities, you know, there's one right out there.
Who?
Catherine Corbell.
Oh my, really? Oh my God, that just makes me look, oh, tingle. She lives here, really. She is so terrific. I mean, I don't know why her show was even canceled. She should be in movies. You know, and her personal life is so exciting. All of those married men chasing after her. I mean, I wouldn't want Eric anywhere near her. If I made an origami swan out of one of her pictures from the magazine, do you think you could give it to her?
Julia, Nick and I were just talking about the case. I was asking if he had any ideas.
Well, we should act it out. Yeah, come on, what do you want me to do?
Okay, yeah, let's give it a go. I'll be over here, and Julia, you'll be right over here. Look, Eric, I'm the killer. This is
What makes you so sure that this murder took place in a car?
well, if she was killed before she got in the car, the murderer would have put the body in the back seat. In that case, he couldn't have dumped the body without stopping. Now, we're driving up the avenue, and left hand on the wheel. And we're driving.
Go ahead.
And she doesn't want to have anything to do with me. And that makes me angry, but pretend nothing is wrong and put my right arm around her neck. We're driving and we get to a dark, desolate place and I begin to squeeze. I know how to kill a person just using my hands. I'm driving the car and I'm squeezing her. You can't see her bulging eyes, Eric, but she's using you and you hate her because she deceived you. She looks down on you and it feels so wonderful to feel a stroke come down to your arm.
What are you doing? That really hurt.
I didn't hurt you, did I, Julia?
What do you think you're doing? That wasn't acting, that was just sick.
Sure was. You were the victim, and I was the killer. It's called method acting, Julia.
Yeah, you really know how to act out murders. Very convincing.
What about my hands? You forgot about my hands. I could have scratched the killer's eyes out before he could even kill me.
No, your first instinct was to grab his arm, try to loosen his grip. That's where you lost the battle, just like Evelyn did.
Well, I could have reached for the steering wheel.
That's the point. You didn't.
You have really given this a lot of thought, haven't you?
Yeah, you didn't have to play so rough. But I know you're just trying to help.
Well, I really didn't like any of this. It was weird, okay? I thought that we were just coming over for a nice social visit with your best friend, and not that I was going to be used as some prop for somebody's sick imagination.
I killed dozens of people in my picture. I would never let a lovely body throw it from a moving car. My artistic appreciation wouldn't allow it. Besides, it's just a game, okay? Need more wine, Eric? Julia?
So what, you just reenact crimes with all of your guests?
I'm reenact the scene right now from Wizard of Oz. You could be either one of the witches. Kidding. As an artist, I have to create different realities for things to happen, okay?
You've had too much to drink. I know what happens when you have too much to drink.
Well, looks like it's my bedtime, and not much time left.
I've never acted before. And I don't think I would ever be in a crime movie. You have to be kind of twisted to do that sort of thing for a living.
For sure you can act, Julia. Maybe you should trade in the origami classes for acting. Eric, I hope it helped.
Yeah, I've got some ideas.
Good night, Julia. It was a pleasure to meet you. Don't worry too much about me, guys. Acting is just a game.
Woo! He is a sick man, Eric.
No, he isn't.
Yes, but he went too far. I mean, I felt like he was really trying to kill me. And besides, I remember you told me he was in a psychiatric hospital.
No. He would never kill anybody.
Okay, but when I took abnormal psychology...
I know Nick Brennan. He doesn't have a murderous bone in his body.
You've never told me why he left the army. You shouldn't keep secrets, honey.
Honey, this is between men.
Well, I can see why women are attracted to Nick. He's not exactly normal, but I guess that kind of keeps the excitement going.
And maybe I could use a little bit of that abnormality, you know, for some excitement.
No. I like you just the way you are. You're plenty of excitement for me. But now I'm confused. Who really killed Evelyn?
Catherine, I've been writing all night. Look what you've done for me. I didn't stop drinking because of you. This is Steinbeck. I use him as inspiration for all my characters. He can make a protagonist into an antagonist, and vice versa. I use him as inspiration for all my characters.
Why don't you take a break from working and go to sleep? I'll go to bed with you. I'll give you a rub down.
I would love that.
With all these books around, I knew they weren't just for show.
Catherine, have you thought about moving in?
I haven't thought about anything else.
You left me in bed last night.
I had to think about a permanent us.
And?
And I'm scared. You know, I've seen your ugly side. Your words can cut.
Catherine, you bring me hope, you bring me stability. Make me not afraid.
That's what I want.
So why not leave your apartment and just move in here?
A couple of good weeks and some nights in bed, you know, doesn't mean we'll last forever.
Are you questioning me?
No, I'm not. I know what happened the last time I did. Just being realistic. I like married men. No commitments, no involvements, no promises.
Catherine, I love you.
I want to get to know your intellectual side. I mean, obviously, you're very good with this book.
Yeah, I am. I'll be in the bedroom.
You shouldn't interfere with his writing.
Nick didn't tell me you were coming.
He's working. You can't mess with him.
You know, I hope pressure doesn't make him drink more. It's against my better judgment, but I'll show you what he's written so far.
Catherine, I just...
Oh, look. Wolf's here.
You really are a good writer. At last you're getting it down on paper. What you do to bring out the deepest feelings of your characters is remarkable.
Well, it's not finished yet. Just believe me when I tell you, it's my best work.
Nick, you better go to sleep. You know, you've been working so hard. You need to take a break and regroup. You can't keep up like this.
The brilliant writer is finally going to bed.
I came out to finish this last scene, something just clicked. I thought of something I want to add. You know, when the characters are talking in my head, the only way to stop all the chattering is to put it down on paper.
I wish he'd met you 10 years ago.
10 years ago, we wouldn't have been ready for each other. Nick, you are exhausted. I just know it.
If Link could only see you now, he would be delighted.
Yeah, I've got a lot of pages for it, but it's not ready yet, Wolf.
You need to stay with him. Have you moved in yet?
That is none of your business.
Yeah.
Just because you've been in Nick's life a long time doesn't give you the right to nose around in his personal life.
She's right, Wolf. And the pages are not ready yet.
Just let me print a few sample pages.
He'll
One or two scenes, that's all I need.
He'll show it to you when it's finished.
How many pages has he written? How closely is he sticking to the book?
Why didn't you ask him?
He really needs to finish.
With this investigation going on, he can't afford to think about anything but his writing.
Catherine, everybody knows why you're here.
What are you talking about? How dare you? You think I'm trash?
He's not the first one you screwed.
My past is none of your business.
You're useful enough for now. Maybe longer if he sticks with you.
I should leave. Thank you, Wolf, for showing us how much you care about us. You should leave too. Let him get some rest in peace.
All right, I'm leaving. After all these years in the biz, I thought I understood writers.
Where's Nick?
He's out, working with the producer.
It's good. 'Cause I came to speak to you.
Why?
Detective Andrew needs to see you in his office.
I already told you everything I know.
You know I'm only here to help Nick.
Oh, really?
You know, the first time I met you after everyone's murder, you came in here, looked at Nick, and told us you didn't know him.
And I didn't.
And since then, the two of you have become inseparable.
Are you jealous?
Are you getting paid for your work? Because it looks like you're working overtime.
Don't you believe that we care about each other?
Not for me to judge. But I don't think
Why not? You don't think a woman like me could fall for a man like him?
Are you going to marry him?
It's none of your business.
You're not making my job any easier.
I don't know why I should, you know? It's your job.
Aren't we on the same side? Aren't we both just trying to help Nick?
Don't try to manipulate me. Isn't this against your code of ethics or something? I mean, isn't this violating some kind of conflict of interest?
Detective Andrew has Nick tagged as the prime suspect. Everyone has money. No enemies. This is the act of a sick man.
I hate that you suspect him.
Look at Nick's record. Fights, scandals, destruction. It all adds up to the same thing. An erratic, violent man.
Those are just lies! Ugh! The tabloids are just making up these stories to sell papers. You know, all that happened a long time ago. Nick has changed since then.
Ask Julia about how he treated her the other night. His reenactment of the crime scared the shit out of her.
Julia! I'm so sick of Julia! We're not talking about Julia. We're talking about Nick.
I think you're blinded by your own interests.
Some Frank you are. You must be really jealous. You know what? You can just get out of here, okay? And tell that to your stupid detective Andrew, too. I'm through with this conversation. Who are you?
Hi, I'm Julia. I'm Eric's wife.
Are you spying on me?
Oh, no, I just want to apologize for my husband. Eric really does care about Nick and you, and he just wants to make sure that you're safe in this relationship. They're just old friends.
Thank goodness for friends like that. You know, he's trying to put me in the middle of this investigation. I don't like when people use me.
Oh, I came as a friend. I was impressed with Nick the first time I saw one of his films. Then I met him.
Well, I'm sure Nick is more exciting than Eric.
Oh, being married to a detective is plenty exciting for me.
Creating conflicting emotions, twists and turns, emotional doubts, it's his craft. But he's not really like that.
Well, by now, you must know how to deal with him.
By now, I know how to deal with many, many people.
Oh, thank you for being so open with me. I mean, I don't live my life that way, so I really admire you.
What do you really know about me?
I've read all about you in the newspapers. I saw every episode of your show.
Eric sent you here, didn't he?
So Eric told me that Nick
What do you think you can tell me about Nick that I don't already know?
Eric says that you're getting serious. Have you thought this through?
Frankly, that's none of your business. If I needed advice, I would write to Dear Abby.
You just need to know some things about him. The other night when we were here, he reenacted the way he thought Evelyn was killed, and I was terrified.
Your husband already told me about what happened that night. You know, writers aren't what they write. He's not the person everyone thinks he is.
Are you sure? So, are you staying here all the time now?
Why do you care? I mean, I barely know you.
Oh, Eric always says that I ask too many personal questions.
All right, tell me. What do you want me to know? What is in Nick's past that you are just dying to tell me? You're so anxious to get involved in our lives. What did Nick do?
Beat her up! Broke her nose? I mean, didn't you read about it? It was in all of the newspapers, and she wasn't the only one. Someday, you're gonna find out the truth about Nick, and I only hope it's not too late. Because this relationship is not going to be easy to get out of.
I know about all of that. Surprise! Why do you hate him so much?
I don't hate him, I'm trying to help you.
But I thought you and Eric and Nick were really good friends. I'm starting to doubt that.
No, we are friends. You don't understand. I'm trying to help you, be friends with you, and I'm gonna leave. You'll need help someday, and so, you could just call me then.
He's never hit me. He only gets drunk sometimes, but he's stopping that for me. I mean, I can keep him sober. Oh, now I get it. Eric couldn't get any information out of me, so he sent you. You don't know one single thing about me except what you read in those stupid magazines of yours. You know, those things are not true. They are lies. They're all lies.
Well, regardless, I still hope that we can be friends.
Friends? kidding me? We have nothing, I mean nothing in common. Don't hold your breath waiting for me to call.
Well, it looks like I better go.
I would think so. Go.
I brought this new material from Link.
Today's been a rather busy day. That was nice of you.
Link says he's gonna put Nick on salary soon.
He needs the money. That could be good for us.
If he plays it right, this could be a big turn for Nick.
I know. This picture is going to be a big change for both of us.
I just wish they'd finally find Evelyn's killer.
I hope so too. This prying is causing a lot of strain for us. You know, Eric came here and he was asking a lot of questions. I've already told him everything I know. I've answered their questions 100 times.
I didn't know you were gonna be here.
Link wants you to have these new pages.
Did you get the pages I emailed you last night?
They're on your desk.
Captain, you mind making me something to eat? Just a little something easy to fix.
Nick, you're working hard. In the past, it was hard to tell.
Don't judge him like that.
Hey, can we invite Eric and Julia?
Do we really have to? She came here earlier and she was trying to tell me things about you.
Where Julia was here?
She was telling me things about you I'm not going to repeat. You call him your best friend? Some friend. You never know where his loyalties are.
Yes, Catherine's right, Nick. Be careful what you get into in front of him. We know the investigation isn't closed yet.
Hey, he's been my best friend for a long time and I trust him.
You're a fool to trust anyone when it comes to this. They still don't know who killed Evelyn. You should be more careful. I think he'll be fishing for information.
I really don't like the idea of Julia and Eric coming for dinner.
You shouldn't meet with him again before the investigation is closed. Any lawyer would tell you that.
Right. Let me think about it for a second.
Yes, you should think about it. I just came here to check on your progress with the script. I'm an agent, not a criminal defense lawyer. See you later.
I am so glad he's gone. So we can be alone together.
Catherine, I know this movie's gonna be a big success, man. It's gonna be you and me.
That was a great dinner together. I'm glad that you guys came over for dinner tonight.
Yeah, I'm really glad we cleared the air.
Have we finished all the wine? I can see that you've enjoyed it. Must be at about your limit by now.
Tonight is an exception for Nick.
Well, dinner was wonderful, Catherine. Nick, tell me more stories about the movies. I mean, do you work out the whole story before you even start writing it?
Well, if I don't, I'm in an awful lot of trouble. That is, unless Catherine is here to help me.
What do you mean?
Well, she helps me figure things out.
It looks like you two are working things out.
I bet you didn't give us more than 4 months. At least that was the feeling you gave me when you were here.
Eric? What's the real reason you came over for dinner? Thought I'd be all drunk and slip up and give you some information?
What do you say?
Sometimes he can't be anything but a cop.
Is that why you came over the other day?
What?
He came by the other day.
You talked to Eric behind my back?
Stop it!
Both of you, stop!
Nick, you really shouldn't treat her like
You
that.
need to shut up!
You know, I'm sorry that we even came. I thought this was going to be a social visit with friends.
Nick, that's not called for. Look what you've done.
What I've done, all I've done for the past month is writing. You know, I'm under a lot of fucking stress.
But just because you're writing, it doesn't give you permission to act like a madman.
Oh, like a madman, she says, yeah? Well, nobody can tell me what to do. I can do whatever the fuck I want.
Nick! Stop.
Okay, I'm sorry I exploded. You all know I've been under a lot of pressure lately. It's, just all sit back down. Catherine, she made dessert.
No. We're leaving. You need to watch your temper. You're not out of the water yet.
I cannot believe you talked to Eric behind my back. Was he coming on to you? Tell me. He's married. You want to have sex with him too?
Sex? You're drunk.
Oh, well, you're driving me to it.
You bastard. You know, I'm good for more than just sex. You're just a little joke.
I'm coming. It's not good to see you again.
You both are lying to me. You know what I do to people who lie? Usually they end up in jail.
I don't remember not telling you the truth.
You know he's innocent. Yeah, okay, sometimes we get together socially, but I didn't come last night to talk about the murder. It was a social visit. Julia wanted to get to know Catherine better.
Well, I think you're hiding way for more information than you're giving us. And you, Detective Spitzer, are covering for him.
Well, Eric doesn't cover for me, okay? If you want to find out anything about me, just ask.
Detective Spitzer, I thought I made myself crystal clear about mixing friendship with business. I found out that you two served together in the Army. You're conflicted. You know, in this case, and from the very beginning, you should have taken yourself off of it. Let's just get down to facts.
Perfect, because I have nothing to hide. I didn't even bring a lawyer into this. Doesn't that show you something?
No, actually, as a matter of fact, you do have something that you're hiding. You're the most logical suspect. You knew Evelyn Dickinson was sleeping around and you wanted her all for yourself. You have a reputation for that. You have a mental disorder. Let's start with your PTSD diagnosis.
Oh, medical records are confidential. You told him that? Another betrayal!
Yeah, well, you know what? I'm not done with this yet. Not by a long shot. I'll do abusers who hurt women. Y'all think you can get away with it.
Yeah, well, I hope you're going to find the killer soon. Until then, you can get out unless you Mirandize me or you have any proof that I did something.
I only came back to apologize for last night.
There's really no excuse for his bad behavior. Sometimes he can be so arrogant and deluded.
Well, I suppose that all writers are temperamental.
I'm afraid he would act like that no matter what he did.
Anyone can tell that Nick is very much in love with you.
I'm not so sure.
He just knows how to manipulate emotions and people. Eric and I were both worried about his behavior. It kind of makes me wonder what happened to Evelyn.
He hardly knew her.
You don't think he's lying? Eric says that Nick sometimes twists the truth. You know, he's been writing fiction for so long, sometimes he can't tell the difference. He's a manipulator.
I know that. Detective Andrew has different ideas. Eric really thinks Nick might have done it?
He may have.
There is something about Nick. I keep worrying about it. I stay up at night trying to figure out what it is.
And why don't you talk to him? Tell him how you feel.
What can I say? I love you. You're supposed to trust the people you love. I thought I was going to marry him. I have to first be convinced that Detective Andrew is wrong, that Nick didn't kill Evelyn.
You should go away for a while and figure things out quietly.
Look at me. Isn't this the act of a sick man? A man with an urge to destroy an erratic, violent man?
Nick did that to you? Oh my God, Catherine, I am so sorry.
I wanted to give him a chance,
Oh God.
but I don't think I have it in me to leave him.
You have to find it in you. I mean, look at you. You know that they served together in the army?
Yes? So?
Well, in battle, men have to do things that they really don't want to do.
Isn't that the way war is?
Yes, but not to the degree and extent that Nick went to. They're keeping something. When you're in the army, you need a release. And I mean more than just getting drunk and hiring a whore. Nick went to extremes. Really bad extremes in front of other people. Things that I had never heard of.
Nick told me all about Afghanistan.
Did he tell you everything? Eric and Nick got into some kind of a bad situation. And there was one time that Nick took charge and saved Eric's life. Ever since that, Eric has done whatever he could to watch Nick's back, even through some really, really bad shit. But he can't be there to watch out for you. I hope you really are as street smart as I think you are.
You know him.
Well, are you still going to marry him?
I'm not so sure anymore.
Well, I had such hopes for both of you. Catherine, you were on a good path together. I'm sure you can get him back on track. Oh,
No, I can't.
I see. I was hoping for a miracle. Obviously, it didn't happen.
I tried, Wolf. I wanted it to work out for my own sake. Nick doesn't act like a regular person.
I've always had a hard time with him. He's even hit me before. I thought he hit rock bottom and finally changed.
You don't go around slugging people you love. You know, Julia told me about Nick in the war. I'm not so sure that he didn't kill Evelyn.
I knew Nick came out with PTSD.
Have you forgotten when you asked me when you first met me? Why can't he be like other people?
You knew he was dynamite. Heck, he was going to explode sometime. Years ago, I tried to get him to see a psychiatrist. He did for a while. Obviously not long enough. I thought maybe he could kill again. Very violent. It's as much a part of him as the color of his eyes. He's Nick Foreman. And if you want him, you take it all. The bad with the good. I've taken it for 20 years.
I'm not sure I can take it any longer.
Then why are you leading him on? Why stick around?
I'm scared of what he'll do if I leave.
Nick has a tremendous ego. He can't take defeat. You have to at least wait until something good happens before you leave him.
He has this fantasy about us getting married. Like he thinks it's gonna change everything for us, like in the movies.
If Nick has success, he won't even need you. If he scores with this script, he won't even give you another thought. So where is he on the script?
It's finished. Give it to Link. It's tremendous. Please, don't tell Nick I gave it to you.
When you leave Nick, don't call me. I don't want to know where you are, and I don't want to lie to him.
I won't. I won't.
Why do you lock the door?
I didn't realize it was locked. I was, sleeping. Didn't you bring the keys?
I forgot them. You want to go back to sleep?
No. I'm up now.
I'll make breakfast.
Oh, no. I'll do it.
You know, I finished typing up the manuscript. I saved it to my computer. I also have a few hard copies. Catherine, you know I'm trying to change.
With this shiner, you could have fooled me. Try harder.
I'm trying very hard.
Maybe 24/7 isn't good for us.
I didn't know you were taking any pills. What are they for?
For my nerves. For my doctor.
When did you see her?
A couple of weeks ago.
Why didn't I know about that?
I guess I just didn't think it was important enough to mention it.
You ought to be flattered that I care for you.
I am. You've made me fearless with my heart. I don't care if it breaks. I want to tell you things I've never told anybody. Some of the secrets that hurt like hell.
Why won't you marry me?
I would, but
A simple yes. No.
yes, but
You know what? I'm gonna go buy a ring right away. This time, taking my keys.
do you have a seat on flight 22 at 3 p.m. to Los Angeles? I'll take it.
I just remembered I don't know your ring size.
Here, this'll do.
You know what? Just put something on and come with me. After all, you're the one that's gonna have to wear this for the rest of your life.
I have so much to do.
Just come on, put something on. Let's go.
No, I hate when you get pushy like this. Please just go without me.
Okay. But I promise to buy you the prettiest ring you've ever seen. Catherine and I are on the brink of a new adventure.
Now this is an occasion to celebrate.
So happy you're all here. Eric, Julia. Eric, you've always had my back. You're like a brother to me.
Seems like your celebration already started. Had a few drinks already?
Hey, I've been celebrating ever since I got her the ring.
You got me a ring. It left me alone for a second.
Let me see the ring.
See that ring?
Oh, wow. Wow.
So when's the date?
As soon as possible. Maybe City Hall on Monday.
It's unbelievable. I hope that we're invited. Maybe we could be your witnesses.
Link wants Catherine for the lead. He thinks she can carry the movie.
Oh yeah? Whose script?
Yours, genius!
How did he get my script?
No,
You gave him my script?
Wolf, stop. I
He
know
gave
I
me
did not.
coffee. Link was so impatient. I think Catherine should get the role. After all, she was the one who nursed you through the process.
I'm sorry. No, I just knew that they would love it.
You know what, Wolf? You should have known better.
Maybe I'm just bad luck for you. Maybe I should just sit here with my mouth shut and nobody will pay attention to me.
What even makes you begin to think that any of this is about you? You know what? You're a selfish little spoiled mousy girl.
Nick, don't speak to Julia like that. You know what? I can play the detective.
Oh, you read it too?
No!
No, you're lying. You're all lying. You read it and you didn't like it.
What does it matter what I think?
What's wrong with my script?
Nothing! Link is gonna produce it, and we'll all get our money.
Money? That's all you care about. You did it again behind my back, Wolf.
Nick, please just stop.
No, I'm not gonna stop, okay?
I'll get that. You just... Hello? Catherine, the phone's for you.
Thank you. One moment, please.
Take it in here.
I can't begin to hear anything with all this going on.
You don't want to hear about my phone?
Nick's...
Who's flying? Catherine Corbell? Where's little Catherine going? Los Angeles? That's funny. I didn't book anything.
You shouldn't have done that.
Guys, please don't start shouting and fighting again.
Shut your fat mouth already,
You
Julia.
have no right to talk to my wife that way.
You can't keep doing this, Nick.
Why not? It's my house. I can do whatever I want.
Stop, Nick! We have more important things to focus on!
Not one of you really cares about me. That includes you too, Catherine. Hiding things from me.
Son of a bitch, I took you right from the start!
Tell me what you've done for me. What about what I've done for you?
Nick, please stop it! You can't keep doing this!
Eric, we are leaving right now. Let's go.
Oh,
Are you all right, Wolf?
you've never appreciated what I've done for you, and believe me,
Don't you
it's much
dare
harder
even
to
say
come
my
back
fucking
than it is
word
to
to you.
arrive!
You want me to find another agent?
This is the last time this will ever happen. Look, it's all up to you. Getting another agent, it's your choice.
This whole evening's been a mess. Get your shit together, Nick.
Catherine, let me in. Catherine,
You humiliated me. Why do you keep doing this to people?
Did you take my ring off? Where's my ring? I spent a lot of money on it.
I put it in my jewelry box.
You should never take it off your finger. Don't put it on.
Not now.
You know what? I'll get it.
No, Nick, stop.
What? Why don't you want to be with me?
Nick, please.
I paid a lot of money for it. You didn't pay for anything. You're just a has-been reality star, not a good one. Your show was canceled. You call me disgusting? I'm not the one sleeping with people to get a job.
You bastard.
What do you say?
I will never forgive you.
What do do you have there?
What do you care? What does it matter to you? You know, I never believed that you were a violent person until I became a part of it. Isn't it time for you to tell me the truth?
The truth? About what? About Evelyn? Catherine, I love you. You can start out fresh. I'll do anything to keep you.
You killed Evelyn.
What? No, I didn't do it. You don't know what I meant.
You see? That's the problem. You're trying to convince me instead of improving yourself.
Yeah, but what the hell do you know?
Now I know why you wanted to do Shadow of a Doubt. It's all about violence and murder, something you know a lot about.
I'm not an angry man, Catherine.
You're not an angry man. You just hit people for no reason at all. That's what you're known for. Deception and violence, on screen and off.
Catherine, I'm begging you. I'll do whatever you want. You know, I can't write without you.
You! It's always about you. Your play is more important than me.
Catherine, it was the only way to stop the pain.
You just put yourself and your needs again first. You only wanted to use me for sex. Who did you abuse before me, huh? You are a sick alcoholic.
Catherine, you're the only one that can help me.
It's still about you! I haven't heard you give me one good reason why I should stay.
You know what? I don't need you. And I never did. I can do just fine without you. I was a success before you, and I'll be one even after you leave.
You are psychotic. You are really fucked up.
Who invited you here?
I'm very sorry, but I came to give you some news.
What news?
We just got a confession from Evelyn's boyfriend. He killed her. You have the department's apologies.
I was waiting for this news. I knew the truth would come out. Catherine, why did you doubt me? I never lied to you. If Andrew just told you I didn't do it, and I want you to know that I'm not a bad guy. At least I'm not a killer.
Again, I apologize for putting you through this ordeal. Miss Gravel, Nick is absolutely innocent. Evelyn's boyfriend was the murderer. He wasn't who he appeared to be. Sociopaths can fool everyone. They have no conscience, no idea of right and wrong. And I hope you both will accept my apologies.
Her killer sounds like someone I know and want to get away from. A few days ago, this would have meant so much more to me than it does now. Now, it doesn't matter.
Well, you know it's my job to investigate all possibilities fully.
Yes, but I only wish you would have found this out a little earlier. You know, in a way, I have to thank you. Nick, you are a shameless fool and an egocentric. You know I can't stay with you now.
Mr. Foreman is in the clear. Don't let him take the brunt of my mistake. I'm very sorry.
Nick, you are delusional. You really are.
for coming out to the reading, you guys. Please remember to leave us your email so we can send you a questionnaire so we can get your lovely feedback. We do have some sandwiches as well as some shrimp outside for you all afterwards. And of course, more drinks if you would like some before you go on your Valentine's Day plans. Thank you so much, you guys. And have a good day.